Hi everybody, my name is Ibrahim Saivisi and this is the video for defect number 3937, fixes zero properties found when loading properties. So if we take a look at this card as it's defined in Mingle, we'll see that the steps to reproduce is to go to the results page independent of any query filter or sorting criteria. Now the expected results is that either the properties should be displayed or there should be a loading notification while they're being loaded. Whereas instead, the actual result is that zero properties found, or zero results found, more accurately, is displayed until the properties are loaded and then they're displayed. Meaning instead of showing a loading notification, what instead happens is the browser, the web app, the client side presents it as if there are zero results found, and then it updates once it finishes loading to the actual properties. So let's take a look at how that actually looks in the production server right now. So if we go back to home and then we go to the results page, we see zero results found while it's in the process of loading, and then once it's done loading, we see the 100 results found. Instead, there should be a loading bar that's taking its place until it's done loading. That way the user isn't confused and it doesn't have this weird buggy feeling to it. Now, if we see how we fix that in our local environment, we'll see that we go to the results page, and as you can see, there's a loading display as it's loading, and then it actually produces 100 results found. Now, the changes that were made to the code base for this were actually very minimal because of the fact that we were able to use an already existing system implemented by Hamza Salim with regard to having that exact loading icon when you actually make a search query. So for example, when we already make a search query, there is the loading notification that comes up until results are found, and then they're loaded. So the only thing is that that system wasn't in place for the default, browse more listings and everything else. So I was just able to implement that with very little code usage. So if we take a look at the code base for that, we'll see that the way that the previous developer, Hamza, developed his system is to basically broadcast an event through Angular that means not done, and that puts the results page basically in a state of loading, for which the results view for which the results controller processes this not done event and actually makes the Boolean show loader reflect that. So the show, if it's not done, so the show loader is set to true, and if not, the show loader is set to false, and this is read in the actual results view, and what's displayed is a function of this Boolean. So all I had to do for this implementation is to fire a not done event right as this default result listing is being set up, and then after it's done, I broadcast a done, and then it sets the show loader Boolean to false, and then it shows as appropriately. The only other change I made is that the TSV button, the download as TSV button, wasn't being taken into account, so it was still present with the loading, which made it not look good. So I just added an Angular if statement for the tag that makes it dependent on there not being a loader, so that the download as TSV is only present when there isn't a loader. So as we'll see, when it's loading, there's no download as TSV. And once it's done loading, the button, as you can see, appears once again. So that sums it up for the changes to the code base, and that sums up the video for this defect. We are the results team. This is our contact information. Our product owner is Dr. Masood Sajadi, and any questions could be addressed to him. Thank you so much for watching.